One thing that I think is really interesting, President McCargo, is you've spent your career in this area. Are you heartened by how far we've come, or are you disappointed by the fact that these wide disparities still exist? Because this really has been a personal mission for you throughout your career.
I've been doing this work. I've worked in every aspect of housing and housing finance over the last 25 years. So I've actually done the work, and now I get to lead the work. My roots are mostly in policy and finance. And I have had a passion for ensuring more equitable outcomes for all Americans. And most importantly, home ownership, which is, as you know, a key wealth building tool in our country, is one that we have seen deep disparities that still persist today, and huge gaps along racial lines, along gender lines, that have been just in my DNA and in my goal set for my career, is to be able to do whatever I can to make an impact there and close these gaps that have long lived for various reasons. But I think there's a real opportunity. And because of the focus of the Biden administration on equity as a day one piece of the overall agenda of this administration, that we have an opportunity. And I'll also just add that the uniqueness of my role now as a woman of color, heading an agency like Ginnie Mae, working alongside other women and women of color. It is unprecedented and historic to have the HUD secretary, a Black woman, the FHFA director. We work very closely with them. They oversee Fannie and Freddie. We have the head of Fannie Mae is a Latino woman. All of these, the head of our Federal Housing Administration, the housing commissioner, is a woman. This is unprecedented. This has never happened before in history, where you have women at the cornerstone who are thinking and focused on equity and ensuring that we are getting the job done on affordability. I just feel like this is a moment that we never had and that we may never have again. And I think we all feel that urgency to work together cooperatively and really just try to move the dial here in every way that we can, pulling all the levers that we have at our disposal.
On an execution basis, is there much difference? I mean, certainly symbolically, it's very important, and you can't be what you can't see. But how do you think the focus is shifted to have all of these powerful women in these roles in the housing apparatus?
I think it feels to me like we have such great alignment on the bigger picture for the housing finance system of America. We have obviously expertise in all aspects of housing, from every corner of whether it's homelessness or the housing finance system. You've got women running parts of agencies that are responsible for all of it, the entirety of it. America's housing market is a huge vehicle of our economic power. And so I think the alignment and thought, the ability to work together, the collaboration that has happened. I do know from talking to past Ginnie Mae presidents, past colleagues that have had these roles, that we are working together in ways that we have not before. And we have examples of that from the work that Director Thompson at the FHFA and I have done together last year around the liquidity and capital rules for the non-bank mortgage system. We worked so closely together, and our staffs. And we've also signed historic memorandums of understanding. There's more data sharing happening. So a whole host of ways in which we're working together in kind of an all-of-government approach to housing and our needs that I don't think we've ever seen before. Again, that to me those are the most critical pieces.